In this video, we're going to go back to words, but we're going to make life a bit more interesting by adding what we did in our last video with random and apply it to words. So what we're going to do is, just as an example, go back to our old game, which was my word equals cat, and then we print my word on the screen. So when we run this, of course, you know what's going to happen. It's going to print cat because that's the only word we have, and that's my word. So wouldn't it be better if instead of just one word being set right at the start of the game, we had a list of words, and then maybe we could choose one of those words randomly? So what we're going to do is we'll leave my word equals cat there for a second, and what we're going to do is say my word list, so we're making a list, equals. Now, in this case, we're going to use the square brackets. They're normally the same key as your curly brackets on your keyboard. And we're going to type in cat, go to the end, press comma, and now what we're going to do is in quotation marks, we are going to start putting a number of animals. So this is our list of words. So I'm going to keep going because it's more interesting if we have more words. We've got rat. And let's finish with bat. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, obviously, you can have 100 words, 1,000 words. So it doesn't have to be 6. For this example, it just works. So what would happen if we simply typed out print my word list? And I'm just going to delete these two for now. So what would happen if we printed out my word list? Let's do that now. And you can see what Python does. It just takes your list and it prints it across the screen. What we can do is tell Python, well, I don't want to print the whole list. Can you just print one of those animals out? And the way we do that is by going print my word list, square bracket, and then we type in a number. So if I was to type in the number 1, you would expect the first word to print on the screen. Now in this case, you can see something weird is going on because the word that prints out is dog, and obviously dog is not the first, but the second word. In this case, what we have to know is when we write a number in these square brackets, we are talking about something called the index number. Now the index number is print the word that's in position 1. Now what we do need to understand is that position 1 is not the first position. 0 is the first position. So if I press a 0 and press run, you can see cat. So 0 is cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this case, my word list only goes to 5, but it does start at 0. So if I was to now press run, index number 5 is the last one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That shows us that we can have a list of words, but we don't have to print all the words together. Now, for our next example, what I want to do is I need to import random like I did in the last video. That's very important. What I'm going to do is rather than just print out one word, I'm going to make a new variable and I'm going to call it my word equals, and in this case, I'm going to say it's a random dot choice out of my word list. Now that actually makes sense in English. So my word, new variable, is a random choice out of any of the words in that list. And of course we now do have to print my word, otherwise we see nothing on the screen. And if we press run, you can see that I got rat. If I press it again, cat, and so on and so on. So in this way, what I can do is I can go back to my word games, and instead of having one word to guess, I can now have a choice of words, making my game a lot more interesting and maybe a lot more harder as well.